Hello YouTube, so today I'm going to show you how I use the PowerMac G4 Cube in an everyday environment. So I don't have a screen capture program for this, so I'm going to have to use my camera, and I'm having it sit on my knee, so it's going to be kind of weird, but hopefully it'll work. So basically, this computer is over 10 years old, and just to get an idea of the specs, it is a 450 megahertz PowerPC G4 with 1.5 gigs of RAM, which isn't actually bad at all for this computer. 1.5 gigs of RAM is really good for this computer, considering it's only got a 450 megahertz processor. So, in more info, I can show you other things, but I don't think I mentioned this. It is running Tiger, by the way, 10.4, I think. It's got a 20 gig hard drive, which is nothing nowadays, but it's enough to store a little bit of video and music, and that's about it. Graphics and displays. It's got, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's got 32 megabytes of VRAM, and it's the ATI Radeon 7500. It had an older graphics card. I don't remember the name of it, but it was only 16 megabytes of video RAM, so that's a big improvement, and it did help a lot with the performance of it. So I obviously check my email with it. It can handle that very well. I use Mac Mail to read emails and reply to emails. I have a regular Mac keyboard connected to that. It's a newer one. The original keyboard, I still have it, but it's not working completely. For the browser, I use Opera. I just feel that it works better on here, and it can support this is one of the newer versions of it. It was the last one to support PowerPC, and it can handle a lot of the HTML stuff and HTML5 stuff and that are on websites now, and it's just a little bit more compatible with the modern internet. So I'll just go to Apple, I guess. And you have to be patient with it. But as you can see, things are loading pretty quickly. I can go to Mac if I want, and I can use this like an everyday browser. Although I do have to wait a while for things to load, and it obviously can't support Flash at all. It can barely play a YouTube video in 240p, which I'll show you in a moment. But as you can see, it is handling the website perfect. I can scroll down, and there's not very much lag. Obviously, there is a little bit, but it's not that bad. And it's not very annoying or anything. So I'll just go to a little bit more graphically intense website like eBay. It's got more images. So you can see that loaded pretty quickly. It's almost done loading, I think. So yeah, this is a good browser. Even if you don't like Safari, if you're on a Mac or something, even the new version of Opera I've heard is pretty good. I don't prefer to use Opera on a new computer. I usually use Safari, but for this one I do use Opera. And I believe that this computer, it has on Tiger, I think it's Safari 4. But I'm not going to show you that because I don't have a lot of time. But now we'll attempt to play a YouTube video, and hopefully that will work okay, I guess. It'll be in 240p, and I don't believe that it's using HTML5. It might be, but I'm not sure. We'll see if it's playing in Flash or not. I might have to find a video that will play in Flash, because YouTube is converting to HTML5 right now. As you can see, everything is pretty much loaded except for what's loading right here is this Flash ad. So even that'll load. But that really slows it down. If there's any Flash ads on the website or anything like that, it'll slow it down quite a bit. Okay, so we'll just go to Apple's YouTube channel, and we'll find something to play off of here. But let's play this 4S video. Okay, it looks like it's going to play in Flash. I have it so that if it's going to play a Flash video, you have to press the play first.
Cancel golf today.
It's off your calendar.
Good. Because it's date night.
Find me a store that sells organic mushrooms from Arizona.
This organic market looks pretty close to you.
How many ounces in a cup?
This might answer your question.
Okay, so it's not even letting me adjust it, but I think that this is HTML5, which is, I think, a little harder on it actually. So that's the internet. If you're not playing videos or anything like that, it does handle pretty well. But if you're doing something like Facebook or something, that works great. Reading Wikipedia or anything like that, news websites, those all work great. It's just that you have to limit yourself on Flash and ads and stuff. And I think Opera has some extra options in there for that, but I just haven't messed with those yet. So the next thing is, I love listening to music on here. The speakers are amazing. These little tiny things, they look little and cheap, but they sound amazing, as I'll show you in a bit. But so I have it connected with home sharing and everything on iTunes 9. iTunes 9 is still pretty compatible with everything. You can still get on the iTunes store with iTunes 9 and stuff like that. This is the newest version you can run on here. And I have like almost 9 gigs of music on here, so most of the hard drive is music. So as you can see, it does let you scroll through the songs pretty quickly. If I just pull it down all the way, then it'll start to lag, but I can go back up again, and it works pretty well. As you can see there with the scroll bar, it is lagging a little bit, but it's not bad or anything. So I'll just find something to play really quick. And I can even go into the visualizer while listening to it. So I don't want to play that too long because then the whole copyright thing. But as you can see, it does handle pretty well. I'll find one more song that's a little bit more rockish. This one would be good. So that's just to give you an idea. The speakers do sound really good. I'm not sure how well it will sound on video, but they do sound really good. So usually I just use it for mail, light internet browsing, maybe Facebook or something like that, and then iTunes. I use it for music a lot, and then probably another thing that I use for a lot. I love playing DVDs on here. It does have a DVD drive. There's a little DeLorean up there, but it's right here. And what I use for DVDs is VLC because I have a lot of full screen DVDs. I don't have widescreen. So with the regular Apple DVD player, you can't change the aspect ratio from 4:3 to 16:9. So VLC does that for you, and I think it's a great overall player for any kind of video. So I highly recommend it. It's free, but I use it to play DVDs on any computer. I always use this. And it works really well on here as well. Obviously, it's not the newest version, but it's pretty high up there, and it works just as good as the newest version. So that's what I use for media, like video and stuff. I tried to use it on Skype. I do have an iSight camera up there, if you can see that, but it's just too slow and the video lags. I think it works with voice conferencing, but I haven't really tried that too often, and I'm sure it would because it's only voice conferencing. But transmission, my plan was to use this to just download torrents and well, one of the reasons to have it to just download torrents and leave them on overnight and stuff, but I haven't gotten to do that, and I don't think it's really worth it because, I mean, why not just do it on my regular computer? So I do use it occasionally to download a long torrent and just leave it on overnight and stuff, and it does do that pretty well. Grab, that's just to copy stuff, and iMovie. Haven't used iMovie, I don't even know why it's in the dock, but other than that, I just use it for these 4 applications here usually, and it does its job very well. And it is my main desktop right now. I don't have the PowerMac G5 anymore, so this is my main desktop as of right now, just to give you a better idea of the table here setup. So yeah, so thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and I'll see you in the next video.